Hi and welcome back. So in this episode I will show you the different parts of Unitouch Studio and we'll go through the effects that the Sensation library offers. So make sure you downloaded Unitouch Studio if you haven't. You will find the link in the description below. When you arrive on the interface, you'll see on the left that we can find the Sensation library panel. This is where you get all the effects you will need to make your own haptic composition. So it provides a search bar if you already know the name of the samples that you need. But you can also browse through the different categories available. When you want to try out an effect, simply click on it. And the player at the bottom of the panel allows you to get a preview of the sensation. There's also a drop-down menu that makes it easy to change the location where you want this signal to be played. And when you have found a signal that you like, you can just click and drag this signal on the first track in the timeline. The timeline is the area where you will create your haptic composition across time. So just like in a video or an audio editor, tracks allow you to organize multiple clips together. To add a track, just click on Add a new track. And on each track, you can control its volume, but also you can mute a track or solo it so that this track is the only one that you can feel when you hit play. On the top of the timeline, you will find two button groups. The magnifying glass icons allow you to zoom in and out of the timeline. And the button group on the right manages the spatialization keyframes. We'll get through these features and the editing actions in the next episode. You will find the Spatialization Workspace on the upper part of Unitouch Studio. It allows you to spread and move the effects where you want them to happen on the vest. You get 4 views, left, front, right and back, and each box here represents an actuator on the vest. You can see that right now every box is colored, so it means that it's playing everywhere on the vest. On the top, the intensity and cursor size sliders change the parameters of the editing tool. And on the lower part of the screen, you get a time visualizer showing you how long is your composition. And on the bottom, you have 2 buttons to play and loop your composition. But for this episode, let's go back to the Sensation library. Most of the categories concern elements like air, earth, electrical, fire, mechanics, supernatural, and water. But there's also avatar that takes care of the first-person point of view related sensations and actions, such as breath, jumps, being stabbed, beaten, shot, but also healing and other states. You also have cinematics that makes it easy to create haptics for music and sound effects for epic scenes. This is made for string ensembles, drums, boom beats, drops, risers, and so on. Essentials provide the simplest signal elements, such as clicks, signs, or particles. These elements allow you to either make light additions to other samples or create a sensation from scratch. Materials gives access to synthesized friction and collision sensations of different materials. And then you have spells that are examples of complex sensations made for magic events. They can be mixed together and make a great start for a new spell. UI notifications is a set of samples for interface notices and interactions. And weapon is just what it says it is, and it's mainly focused on guns. Think of these samples as bricks you can put together to create the experience that you want to feel. That's it for the episode on Unitouch Studio and the Sensation library. So stay with me because in the next episode we'll start practicing with the Unitouch Studio and we'll go through the different editing tools of the timeline. Of course, to receive more information on tutorials and haptics, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell below.